part of his daily life, and for him to take that away from me is just out of bitterness and spite. I want to be a part of my son's life. And people forget that I have a pending appeal. So to prove my innocence, which is what I've been doing since day one, the reason why I was incarcerated in Orange County for over 5 years, or at least 5 years, was because I continued to fight for my case. I know that the petitioner understands the reasons why of the enclosed 30% time sharing because of the danger and safety. There's a lot of things that I was trying to protect my son from. I'm not a bad parent because I was trying to make sure he was safe and in a safe place. The time sharing, it's, of course, it makes no sense to have the rehabilitation one is not what we're talking about now.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome. And happy Friday. We are on day 31 of docket watching for former mother Sarah Boone. And Judge Jackson has us all on the edge of our seats. Like most of you, I've been revisiting old footage and I'm wondering what happened to all that jazz that Sarah had before the hearing. She was going to stick it to former husband. I need to get former husband in court ASAP. And when she got there, she just blanked out in every way, shape, and form.
I do not feel that it is right for me to have a 30-minute phone call with my son when I'm trying to do everything that I can to be in his life in every way, shape, and form that I possibly can, from having people in Australia purchase him a record. Anything that I can possibly do to go out of my way to do, I've been doing for him. So he remembers and knows that I am in his life and I am his mother. And I am doing everything I possibly can to stay that way, regardless of the petitioner and his counsel's attempts to deter me from being part of that. I try to communicate with the petitioner in regards to my son. I've been continuously excluded. There is no communication. I don't know what else it is that I can possibly do that I haven't tried to already. And a lot of these too, I would like to remind everyone, these could have been solidified where they have had a meeting of attorneys and unrepresented parties meeting. A lot of this could have been had and resolved and narrowed if we were to have had that meeting in regards to all of this. Nonetheless, if the petitioner would have answered a phone call or a tablet message, it's not fair to me that just because I'm here, it doesn't justify how I've been treated and excluded with this. I would like to continue to have the regular phone calls and interaction with my son, which I have been doing, and all of a sudden now is being tried to be taken away from me out of spite, as opposed to my son and his growth and him moving properly and appropriately and lovingly forward with his mother. And I would very much like, please, after 9 months of asking for my son to please come see me, which is only 50 minutes away, which I think will change both of our lives with finally being able to see.
Did Sarah's sad song actually work on Judge Jackson? We've been in shambles on the Boone farm waiting for the final dagger, the culmination of this whole Sarah Boone saga. And I've noticed in the chat, one big question lately has been, did Judge Jackson make the final ruling private? And people want to know, does Judge Jackson know about Sarah's prioristic behavior as a parent? People are really afraid that Judge Jackson may have fell for Sarah's manipulation, that she may not know just how excellent of a mother Sarah truly is. Unlike Judge Jackson, we the people have studied this case front and back, up and down, from the tip of the tip. We know Sarah's documentation is a bunch of malarkey. Judge Jackson has hundreds, maybe thousands of cases on her docket, so I'll need my lawyer people and my Florida divorcees to let us know in the comment section, is this timelines, is this timeline normal? Rest assured, everything in Florida is public record, so we'll still be able to pillage. It's just a matter of time. Until then, grab your Dr. Pepper, your wine, or your honey buns, and Let's dance with the dogs and get this party started.
I want to ask you a few questions regarding your request for sole parental responsibility. First off, since February of 2020, has Miss Boone had any overnight contact with your son?
No.
Okay. Has she been involved in any major decision related to your son since February of 2020?
No.
Okay. Practically speaking, if there was a major decision that needed to be decided upon, how would you go about having, if Miss Boone did have shared parental responsibility and was had equal power to make decisions related to your son, practically speaking, how would you even do that if she's in federal or in prison?
No idea. I have no way of contacting her. It'd be sitting around and waiting for her to call or something at some point.
Okay. And has Miss Boone had telephonic contact with your son since she was incarcerated?
Yes.
Okay. Does she have frequent telephone communication with your son?
Off and on. There are weeks when there are tons of phone calls and then weeks where there's none. It's just kind of, I don't know.
And when she is talking to your son, how does that go? How does it go? Is it good? Is it
coin flip? Sometimes he's very upset afterwards at things she had said to him, and sometimes she's in a great mood and they have a great conversation. It's very, you never know what's going to happen.
And when she's talking to your son, does she support your decisions, or is she a contrarian? Can you tell me exactly how she interacts with your son?
Mainly contrarian, from what I understand from. I can't hear too much of them because she forces him to make sure he is nowhere near me when he talks on the phone with her.
Okay. Can you give me a specific example of where, after she's had a phone conversation with him, you've had difficulty with him?
Well, generally it's with buying things he wants, which, I mean, it's want all kinds of things. That's what birthdays and Christmas and stuff like that's for. Everything's not instant gratification. And he'll tell her about these things, and her response is, well, just Dad should get it for you. So,
okay. Given the decisions that she made that led to her arrest and eventual conviction for second-degree murder, do you have any concerns about her decision-making ability?
Oh, of course.
Okay. What are some of those decisions, or some of those issues, the specific issues you have with her decision-making ability?
I don't think she makes good decisions, even without the alcohol. I think she has some problems that need to be worked on.
Okay. And when she was not incarcerated, prior to incarceration, what was the time-sharing schedule on paper that you two had?
It was a 50-50. One of us was Monday, Tuesday. The other one was supposed to be Wednesday, Thursday, and then we alternated Friday through Sunday.
Okay. And prior to her incarceration, was she exercising all of the overnights that she
No,
had?
it was about 30%, and it was sporadic as to kind of when she felt like it. Not even on days she was supposed to. She wouldn't have him for like a week and a half, and then she'd be like, I want to have him tonight and tomorrow night. And I'd be like, well, those are my days. And she's like, well, I haven't seen him in over a week. And that's kind of how things would go, so it'd just be like that. And then occasionally I'd be called over to pick him up at night because she had started drinking or wanted to drink and didn't want to take him to school in the morning or what have you. So, yeah, it was a lot of that.
Okay. And during that time period before her incarceration, was she actively involved in the decision-making process with your son? Was she?
Not really. She was kind of in her own little world at that time.
And if there is a decision that needs to be, a major decision that's need to be made regarding your son that involves some type of monetary commitment, does Miss Boone have any ability to contribute monetarily to that commitment?
No.
Okay. So is it possible that if she were to be able to have equal say in decision-making around your child, that whatever she decides, you're going to be 100% responsible financially for that decision? Is that correct?
Correct.
Is that one of the other reasons why you're asking for sole parental responsibility, since you're the only parent that can financially execute any decision that needs to be made?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even Brian's attorney had to chuckle at that point because it's ridiculous. I remember I was in court during that time telephonically. You can see me right there up here. I even laughed when I heard Sarah say that. It's like you want Brian to support your new prison lifestyle as you get acclimated to your new prison townhome. You also want to control on the outside what he does and what decisions he makes that he's paying for. That's rich. Nonetheless, before we get back to Sarah's sad song about what a good mother, excellent mother she is to her son, let's hear what her friend Melissa, the apartment manager, what she had to say.
And, George was the one I always seen driving the vehicle. George was the one I always seen playing with the child. Never saw Sarah outside playing with her kid, ever. As a matter of fact, most of the time, Lucas, you would find him riding around the property on his bike, unattended. No parents outside, no nothing. Because I had actually had a conversation with Sarah about that. And I said, the kid was a great kid, don't get me wrong, he never did anything to get me in trouble, but it was more my concern for his well-being. When he's all the way riding over here around some of these corners with the dumpsters, these people don't see nobody, and they sure ain't gonna see no kid on the road. So I had a conversation with her about that, and we haven't had any really problems. I can say I've only seen Lucas on his bike away from her like that twice. She actually had secluded him to stay in front of the building, which was fine. I just didn't want him on the way together. But yeah, you didn't see Sarah at all. Kid vandalism being done, broken glass bottles. They were pulling glass bottles out of the trash, breaking them, thought it was fun. And one kid told on another, then the parents got involved. It became a little bit of an issue, so I had to get in the middle to squash it, I didn't want anybody fighting on the property or kids getting hurt for that matter. But that's it.
Is there anything else that you think is important for us to know about Sarah or George that we haven't discussed?
No, I don't. Nothing really. Her nickname's Grumpy the Bear. Literally. We know they drank from sunup to sundown.
Would she ever, I know she confided in you a lot, would she ever admit that she was an alcoholic to you?
Yeah.
She would?
Yes. I wish I still had my text messages. She'd send it to me on text on any occasion. You always knew. Because you'd write back there and you'd hear 9, 10 o'clock in the morning there, drunk, falling down, cutting up. My God, I can't imagine you being drunk like that all the time. Jeez.
Okay.
Even though Sarah left her son outside to play, forgot to pick him up from school, Brian is still giving her grace.
Do you see any problems with Miss Boone having input on that decision if she is not going to be financially responsible for it?
I don't mind her giving some input on it.
Okay.
No. I just don't want her to have any kind of legal availability to make a decision.
Okay. Now, is she informed of what's going on with your son?
When she talks, I guess he tells her. Once again, I never hear the phone calls, so I don't know.
Okay. But does she have the ability? She's had phone calls where she can ask him about what's going on in his life.
Course.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you're not looking to restrict her ability to be able to contact her son and talk to her son about what's going on in his life? Is that correct?
No.
Within reason, I should say.
The amount of calls,
okay.
Yes, but no.
Okay. And let's get into that. Your proposal is that Miss Boone have one weekly phone call with your son. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, first of all, are these phone calls free?
No.
Okay. So how much do they cost every time Miss Boone wants to have a phone call with your son?
It's about $5 for a 30-minute call.
Okay. And in the last month, do you know how much you've spent on those phone calls?
I said last week, she didn't even call him last week, so that was like a 0. But the week before that, she called a bunch. She probably had 6 or 7 calls, so that's like 35. She called last night, so that's 40, and then maybe $50, $60 in the last month.
Okay. When she does try to contact your son, do you try to accommodate her most times?
Of course.
Have there been times where you weren't able to accommodate her?
Well, I mean, yeah, his phone's dead, or he didn't have it with him, or it was on silent, or any number of things.
Okay. Now, regarding actually in-person visits, has there been any in-person visits at the current facility she's located in? Okay. When she was in the John Young facility, was there in-person visits that were?
They're not allowed.
They're not allowed. Okay.
Yes, it's not even a possible. Even well, you can go there, but you're in a building across the street doing it through a computer. There's no possible way to physically see somebody there.
Sidebar, Sarah not being able to see little man reminds me of this.
I just want to tell Sarah Boone that I don't hate her for what she did. My son is not here no more. I was blessed. She ain't gonna be blessed like me because I have my son. I raised him. I have his children, my granddaughter, my grandson, and she don't gonna be able to have that. And I did. I raised him. He wasn't perfect, but he was a good son. Thank you.
Ugh, it just boils my blood to watch her and her helmet sit there emotionless. Remember at the crime scene when Sarah told Chelsea, his sister, George had to pull her off of me, like the sister beat Sarah up? Well, that's her right there next to Mama Torres, and she had some very, very touching words during the sentencing, and I wanted to share it with you guys.
Sarah has caused a lifetime of pain, a lifetime of horrible images, a lifetime of hearing my brother George plead for his life. This is just this moment for all of you. For me and my family, it's forever. Such a simple thing as using a suitcase is so triggering. I try not to close it all the way. I leave at least like 2 or 3 inches for the zipper. And it might sound crazy, but it just helps me. She really has flipped my family's life upside down. And I just hope that we can truly get justice for my brother. And I just want to tell the team thank you so much for everything they did. Thank you.
Thank you. State anything further?
I'm sorry. It's been 5 years, and that still made me cry. Like, it really, really touched me. Her describing just the 2 inches, leaving it open. Just, I can imagine how his children feel under the jail. Negative earned. I do find peace in imagining her ragdolling Sarah, though, just tossing her around. I hope she was able to just really beat her up before George held her back. Sarah Boone is exactly where she belongs, and I can't wait to hear from Judge Jackson so we can wrap this up and she knows her place. Finally. Know that. Nonetheless, let's head back to court so that we can hear about what an excellent mother she is to her son.
Why are you doing that?
Because I think that's all that's really necessary. And these phone calls start to add up.
So in the past, we have been speaking to one another on a regular basis about everything. I have been included in his life because he has decided to answer the phone call and you pay for the call. Now, because of this, you're going to allow us one 30-minute phone call per an entire week.
What does she mean by because of this? What does she mean by that? Also, is Brian saying that she's limited to 2 calls that he'll pay for? Or is she only able to call twice, period? Leave a comment below.
I don't think you need 7, 8 phone calls a week. It's ridiculous.
Is that due to payment or because it's harmful to speak to him that many times?
Both.
How is that harmful?
Once again, I see him very upset at the way you talk to him all the time after phone calls.
When was the last time he was upset?
Probably about a week ago because you didn't call all last week.
Do you know my schedule of work while I'm located at DOC?
No, of course I don't.
Why haven't you asked about it? To know that.
Because I don't care.
Is it true that we just spoke to our son and told him that he has the authority to choose when to speak to me and how often?
No.
It's
He
his
told me
decision.
he told me he would like for it to work that way, but it can't work that way. He's a minor.
Why do you not care?
About you.
Question, ma'am.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
We're way off target here. Let's move on to something else. If you're done, you're done.
Your Honor, thank you. Forgive me. Have you at all upheld any of the other items in the active parenting plan to date since of my incarceration?
For instance?
I'm going to object as to overbroad and
Sustained. Ma'am, you have to ask a different question.
Communication. Between parents, all communications regarding a child shall be between the parents.
Okay.
Have I tried all possible forms of communication in regards to phone calls, tablet messages, handwritten letters, texts from outside resources, etc., to try to communicate with you in regards to communicating with you about our son?
Yes.
Have you responded?
You've already been over this. Next question.
For the active parenting plan, it says it may be modified or varied on a temporary basis when both parents agree and sign it in writing. Have you signed or written anything, or have I?
What, to modify? That's what I'm trying to do.
When the
I'm gonna object
parents
as
do not
relevance.
agree, the plan remains in effect until further order of the court. Has
All right,
this
ma'am.
been
Ma'am, you're beyond the issues we're here on today, okay? Next question. On those issues that I've gone over with you over and over again.
Forgive me, I'm trying to do my best without knowing what I'm doing.
Okay, and before we let Sarah babble on too much, you know, the straight A student that she is. Now, she was just complaining about the hard time she has trying to communicate and how she needs to communicate, how important it is, right? Right. Kind of like when George was communicating to her that he needed his documents so that he could cash his check and move forward and not even be with her. He just wanted his ID, his social security card, his birth certificate, etc. So listen to Melissa again. Tell us about that day and what really happened.
He came to me and said, I can't get back in the house. She's got all my personal paperwork because would you please have a conversation with her so that I can get my personal paperwork back from her? He goes, but do you have a set of bolt cutters for my bicycle that's out back? And I said, what's it chained to, And he said, it's actually chained to your AC unit. I said, yeah, no problem. I'll cut the lock. I'll cut the lock for anything attached to my AC unit. It's not supposed to be attached to that.
Right.
So I went out back and actually cut the lock on both of the bike locks because Sarah would not answer the door for me because she knew George was there. Once George was gone, because Sarah had my cell phone number, being that I had already went through and just got out of a very abusive relationship, Sarah knew that because, I confided in her and explained that. She did feel a lot more comfortable in coming to me. So I told her if she ever needed someone, or it was an emergency, she could reach out to me and I would do what I could to help her. I felt bad for her. But after a while, when she just kept taking him back, I just told her, I said, you're just going to have to call the authorities. You're on your own. It's obvious you don't want it to stop. He's not doing anything to get help according to you, then you just...
Okay. In regards to attorney fees, is having an attorney a choice?
Yes.
Were the dollar amounts that you put in my commissary account considered voluntary?
They were partial payments to you, as we had discussed when you first got in there.
On your pretrial memorandum, they're stated as voluntary.
Objection, there's no question.
How many times that you can recall did I try to inquire about a guardian ad litem with you?
Objection, relevance.
All right, ma'am, can you repeat your question for me?
How many times did I attempt to obtain a guardian ad litem with him?
I'm going to sustain the objection. Next question.
Do you drink?
Yeah.
How often?
Objection, relevance.
What's the relevance of how often Mr. Boone drinks?
Because he's making my, in quotes, drinking problem and blaming a lot of things on what happened to me. And I wanted to find out if he did or did not currently while he had our child.
You want to know whether or not he drank while he had the child?
Yes, if he drinks while he is in the presence of our child.
All right, I'm going to overrule, and I'm not letting this go too far astray. You can answer the question, sir.
I have had a drink in front of our child before.
Okay. Did you have a conversation for a split moment with our son the other day? So you had the understanding when he was asking about the applications that you do not live an hour and 20 or 30 minutes away. You came to the understanding, correct, that it's only 50 minutes away, 50.
I think it's further than that when I did it on Google Map.
Your Honor, I'm not sure what else I'm supposed to do, so I guess I'm ending whatever part I'm supposed to be doing.
All right.
Judge Jackson is so over Boone versus Boone. But Sarah wants to compare alcohol habits, drinking habits? Okay, let's go. Do you remember what Melissa said, that she knew Sarah had George's documents. She knew that, and she was going to help George get them. So while she went to assist him to get them, Sarah wouldn't answer the door. However, we have read Sarah's text messages while she was baiting George over there, using his ID and his birth certificate, begging him, calling everyone, his mom, his brother, his children, everyone, please tell George to come over. Please tell him to come finish putting the dartboard together with me, or whatever it was. Please tell him to come over. She begged and begged him to come over. She even sent pictures of the birth certificate. I'll give him his documents, please. Tell him, please. So finally, George gets there. He comes over. He wants to come over to get his documents because he has a check to cash. And you know how that is. He needed his money. So he was trying to go and cash his check and just retrieve his identification. I'm sure he's going to get his documents, not to be with Sarah, but she has other plans. She wants to get him arrested and punish him for not coming back, and not coming back for her, just coming back for his documents. We're going to see George get into the police car totally shocked, like, what is going on? We'll also see Sarah acting all suspicious because she knows she's up to something. She'll ask the officer several times, am I getting arrested? Am I in trouble? Am I getting arrested? And he's like, finally, well, should you be arrested? Did you do something to get arrested for? No. But she knows that she has his documents. She's ripped them up and she's did something with them. We saw on the phone she ripped them up, but did she hide them in the house? What did she do with them? But the cops, they didn't know at the time that she had them. But Melissa, the apartment manager, knew, and George knew, and Sarah knew. That's why, as much as Melissa was on Sarah's side, she couldn't come to court and testify, because the number one question would be, wasn't George a tenant on the lease? Why didn't you give him access to come into his own unit? On top of her stealing George's documents, note how sloppy drunk she is, as she claims she's such a great mother and George created the hazardous environment. Let's just watch the scene and see who's hazardous. She really set George up that day. Let's head to Tillwood Apartments.
I'm not getting arrested.
No, I'm getting a statement from you. You're not being arrested. So
Okay, right. I'll come over
Sarah
to you
speaks
on
to
my
her
side.
fans,
Come on.
ignoring the detective.
They know.
Let's get this done.
They know.
Okay.
Good.
Now, would you come in here so we can do your statement, please? And stop this. Sit down at the table and let's get your statement filled out.
He didn't believe I would ever do it. I'm gonna shut the door. Is that okay?
Sure.
Never thought I would do it.
Did you have...
Yes. I'm not getting arrested.
No, you're not getting arrested. I've already told you that.
Yeah. Is it on the couch? It's on the couch.
Need your ID, please?
It's on the couch.
No, ma'am. I just need your ID, please.
Okay, look. I can write better on the couch.
I will give you the statement to write. I need your ID, please. I don't need to sit on the couch to fill this out. You can. I sit down all day, but I appreciate the offer.
Yes, it's comfy. I just come out, sorry. Thank you, God. He's gone. Oh, man. Oh, man. They're going to come up here and try and kill me. I want you to know that. They're going to come up here and try and kill me.
Who's that?
His brothers and his mother and his father. They're going to come over here and try and kill me.
Don't open the door for him.
It doesn't matter. They drove up there and rant and bullshit and everything, and then they cause a commotion, and then I get complaints against me. Anyway, my name is Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. I'm filling this out just a minute.
What's your name?
Jeff, Deputy Brown.
Jeff. We're all gonna be like that. Did he get caught up?
He will be. Do you have a phone number, ma'am?
407-716-8634. I'm not getting arrested.
Nope, you're not. Did you do something you should be arrested for?
No.
Okay.
Sarah's making it so obvious. I was wondering when the officer was going to ask her, I'm not getting arrested, am I? Am I getting arrested? She knows that she has George's documents hidden somewhere, or she's thrown them away. She's going to start flirting with the officer.
You can totally come sit down up here.
I sit down all day. I appreciate the offer, but I want to get this done for you. It's a little more comfortable for me to stand and do this.
I can't tell you how amazing it is. Oh, wait, I didn't mean to say that. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Oh, crap! The car's still there!
Okay, come on in and sit down so you can get this filled out.
Okay.
And what I need you to do is you'll just print your name right where that X is, and then I need you to just write the story about what happened today.
Print.
Yep, please.
I don't even know what trigger it is.
The apartment.
Sarah doesn't know what to say
seems to
because
believe
she's making it all
Sarah's
up. She
documentation,
has George's
but provided some
documents
key
and she
information.
lured him over there. Now watch George in the police car. He is completely befuddled. He doesn't know what is going on. He's defeated and he doesn't want to get Sarah arrested again, so he just goes with the flow.
Okay, what brought you over here today?
I was trying to get my ID and my social and my birth certificate.
Let's go what happened today.
What is going on?
She said that you hit her and you choked her.
What? No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, she's got a lump on her head. How did she get the lump on her head?
I don't know. She just take me in. I don't know. Officer, I don't know.
Did you push her, hit her, anything like that?
No, not at all.
Okay, how did she get the lump on her head?
I don't know.
Okay, so just spending time with her, then all of a sudden she decided to run outside and call the cops? Why would she do that? You don't know?
She's nice, dude. She's nice.
Okay, that's fine. But
I she can hear her.
But what you gotta understand, what you're telling me isn't really adding up. Because she gave me her side of the story.
What she said?
And she's saying that you hit her. That's all I need. It's because it's Ma'am, I'm doing my job, okay? You just sit there and be quiet. I'll be over to talk to you when I can. Every time you start yelling, you're interfering.
She's the one that she just snatched out of nowhere. She's mad because she took me out of the police. She took me out of the police. I can't cash my check. I can't cash my check without her. So please talk to her.
Okay, so you came over and talked to her about cashing your check?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you've been here for a couple hours. Okay, so what happened to make her run outside and call the police? Because I'm seeing cuts on you and I'm seeing bruises on her. But you're not telling me what happened. And you're the one sitting in the back of a cop car right now.
I don't even know what happened.
Did she hit you?
All the time.
Who hit who first?
She does all the time.
So she hit you first?
All the time.
But today. I'm talking about today. You don't know if she hit you today? Huh? Do you have an ID on you? Can you grab his ID for me?
No. I don't have it.
He said it's in the house.
No. I threw it in the bushes.
Where in the bushes? Because I need it.
Frank, love, whenever I tell her, oh my gosh, the front door is open and I don't even know where my dogs are. Oh, yeah, find the desk. I don't have his ID.
You said you threw it in the bushes. Where in the bushes did you throw it? Could you please go look over there?
So what's happening?
It's in the back of the cop car. You said he hit you, he beat you, you have a bump. Okay?
I don't have it. You can look up here.
Where were you?
His brother and his ranting mother came over here, so it should be somewhere here if they didn't find it. I don't have it.
No, I'm needed because it makes getting his information a lot easier if I don't have to keep asking him questions and I can just get it out there.
I'm not making any more difficult than I could. Friends, I'm not. I've already looked through here.
Okay.
Jorge, get your stuff done over there. I'll get her start on the list. You know what I'm saying?
If you live in here, you wouldn't be leaving right now.
You told me I'm not going to get one. I love you. I don't know what it is that you're asking me for.
Okay, maybe he didn't get to it yet. So I'm looking to see it around. Oh, yeah. It was the backside of this. If you get any more bruises that show up that you didn't see while we were here.
Can I show you all the other pictures that I have that I have documented?
He's going to jail for this, so the rest of that I can't really do anything about. But if anything else shows up, you can go take that paper down to headquarters.
It's not going to be anything else because you're taking him down. Put him under the jail.
He's going.
Under the jail.
Okay. We're all set then.
What else do you, I could show you bloody fingers and bloody faces and black eyes and...
I know, it sounds like you guys need to probably not hang out with each other anymore.
Hello.
I know.
That's why I left him 3 weeks ago.
But this also isn't the first time, so, with both you guys, with the cops out here.
No.
Okay?
I've had to lie to you guys 3 times.
And you shouldn't have to do that, so let's make this maybe the last time.
Now I'm not lying.
Okay. And I appreciate that. Okay? And you're going. Okay?
They're going to come and tell me.
Who's that?
Just like I told the other sheriff, they're going to come and tell me.
Okay. If you...
I want you to know that. Look.
If you're in fear, are you talking about
Yes.
family?
Yes.
Okay. So
I want you to know, I am full blown. They're going to come and tell me.
go down to the courthouse, okay, and get an injunction against them. Did you get the pamphlet for the victim's rights pamphlet?
Yes.
Okay, so you know that there's a place for you to
They're
go tonight?
going to come and tell me.
Okay, so you got the victim's rights pamphlet, you know there's a place you can go tonight then? It's in the
It's
bed?
domestic. I'm going to go sleep over her house.
Perfect.
Neighbors.
Okay. Do you have any more questions?
Can I get on?
This one. I'm working. I didn't tell that. Okay. Have a good day. Okay, that's good enough. I know. Thank you. Okay.
I love it.
This one. Okay. Have a good day, miss.
And whatever the he says,
Okay.
tell him
Yes,
to a dick. Hey.
How is she more safe and George is the more hazardous one who prevented her from having time sharing with her son? It's clear that she was the problem there, simultaneously playing the villain and the victim at the same time, going from I love you to eat a beep.
I just asked for a timeline.
He woke me up.
Okay. He woke you up.
121
By hitting you? Is that what you're telling me? Or what happened? I need you to tell me.
He kicked the door open. He's kicked the
You're
door.
adding a lot of details that I need you to be very concise with.
Yes, sir.
When I'm telling you, I need a timeline of the events.
Yes.
How am I going to corroborate your story?
He kicked the door open. 4 times.
Uh-huh.
4th time, I gave in. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's
that's when I got punched in my ear. On the 4th time. Where I was like, don't do it anymore. Just go downstairs. Go smoke a cigarette.
Okay.
And that's what I did.
Okay.
And then I walked off barefoot.
Okay. And on the phone, you told me that you attacked him as well.
I didn't attack him.
You said you exchanged, you had a physical altercation on the phone. That's what you told me.
I pulled him off of me.
He said he has marks because I was fighting for my life.
I was being honest with you.
Okay. So what happened? Because you didn't include any of that in there.
This is what happened.
But you didn't include any of that information in the story you just told me, so I'm trying to get a timeline of what happened.
Then I come downstairs.
So he kicks the door open.
4 times.
He kicks the door open 4 times. And then what? And then what happens?
He's always talking about his kids. I'm, pardon me for saying, a cunt and a bitch. And not a mother.
Okay.
I'm just trying to sleep.
Okay.
So, feed the beast. Go downstairs. That's after this.
So why are you leaving that out? You're not telling me how that happened. Again, that's like the 3rd time you've done that.
I don't know what you want me to tell you. He got on top of me and punched me in my
That's what I want you to tell me.
Yes.
And I've asked you like 4 or 5 times.
Okay, well, I didn't know you needed that specific.
You didn't even... So he kicks the door open, jumps on top of you, punches you in the ear. Am I right? Or am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Okay. You're just sleeping in bed.
As I was last time. He doesn't like it when I sleep. I just try to avoid it, so I go to sleep.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? I just would rather sleep. I'm always tired.
Well, why was he back here?
You tell me, and we'll both know.
Well, he's been here for days.
Mm-mm.
No? He hasn't been here for days, and you guys haven't been getting along all fine and good?
He was here, what's today? Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say he was here on Monday. His bike is here. His clothes are here. Get what you have to get and go. He doesn't like it when I say that. That's why this happens.
1225 Mizzle, apartment number 1.
It's not fair. Ask the neighbor down here. Ask that neighbor over here.
Okay.
Ask his boss.
Sarah, I'm asking you.
I'm telling you.
How come when he contacts you after you know he has a no contact order, why don't you call the police?
I don't want to get in trouble.
Why are you getting in trouble if he contacts you?
I got in trouble last time.
One last time?
I gotta take my son to school tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to sleep in my bed. It's not fair. Remove him, please.
Sarah, I'm going to do my job. Don't worry about that. What I want to know is why you're not doing your part in all of this.
Because I'm afraid.
Listen.
I'm afraid.
So when he contacts you 3 days ago, why didn't you call the police? Knowing that he's not supposed to be contacting you. Why are you doing that? I would love that.
His whole family despises me. I'm afraid.
That has nothing to do with it.
Yes, it does.
Okay, but you called us tonight.
Yes.
Right?
Because that.
Okay.
There's so many things that he has done.
And you guys are going back and forth with each other. This has happened numerous times. But for some reason you guys still live together, right? You guys still are together.
He technically doesn't live here. Okay. He lives at his parents' house.
Okay. You're getting caught up in that. That's not the point I'm trying to make. Why are you feeding into an unhealthy relationship?
Sometimes
You don't have an
I'm not sure what I'm
answer.
supposed to do.
Okay.
I'm afraid of it.
Drive, Spring Village subdivision.
I'm afraid of his family.
Female, black dress, tan shirt, -0.
My son can't come over here because he's here.
He doesn't live here.
He doesn't live here.
Then why? Okay.
He did previously. But since all of this has happened and I continue...
2136.
I'm surprised my ex-husband even brought the key over. I think he wants to do the same thing where it's just get him out. I want to see my son. It's not fair.
Okay. All right, well, how much of the, you going to fill out all the paperwork for me? All the domestic violence paperwork?
Like, have all this.
Is that a yes? I'm looking for a yes or no. It's a yes?
He was hiding in the bathtub. I told you guys he was here. Yes.
All right, come on.
Okay, so as I was looking for the dissolution of marriage, I came across another letter that Sarah wrote demanding that Brian be held in contempt. This is her motion for contempt. It reads, Honorable Dean, Miss Coffey, per your instructions in our last meeting, petition to relocate, on 3/29/23, after stating to the court my still ongoing problem with former husband and him not paying alimony to me, you ordered to continue in the status hearing on 9/19/22. I am including my motion for contempt to obtain these payments in all missed, delinquent, or diminished. I am in the process of trying to figure everything out as it comes to me and remember pro se. So please bear with me and know I am doing all I can to still utilize my rights, which seem to be tested and tried to be taken regularly since I do not have money, resources, family, or an attorney. Former husband has an abundance, which was bluntly announced to everyone in the court by his attorney. For whatever reason, it was made to be necessary. I guess those without do without, but I'm still trying and always will. Yes, those without do without, like when George needed his license and his documents and Sarah refused to give them to him. Yeah, so she is absolutely right. Also, she says that Brian has money, resources, family, and an attorney in abundance. So is that why she feels that she's entitled to some? Like, even though she's no longer his wife and has committed a horrible crime and abandoned their child, he's still obligated to take care of her. I, too, am still in shock of the outcome for the petition to relocate and my minor son being advantageously taken 4 times the lawful amount, 50 miles, to move away from me, the other parent. As far as I am aware, which is rare, in this case, as no one includes me on anything, I still have my rights, custody of my son, and am owed alimony. Nothing has been made permanent or signed to state otherwise legally, or has been discussed again and needs to be, where in my previous numerous attempts I have tried but told by you I'm doing it wrong. Nonetheless, you made known you do not read my letters, your JA does. What am I doing differently this time? I thought my very legitimate ongoing concerns needing to be discussed and brought to your attention would be in the case management meeting that was then canceled. Why? Because I don't have an attorney? I have rights and am desperately wanting and trying to utilize them, but it seems only when you do it correctly, I am able. How am I supposed to know what's correct or incorrect? It's only made correct, I guess, with money and an attorney. If so, mine will never be correct. But you most definitely still get my intentions for everything, especially to save my son and to be treated fairly. So Sarah's implying that she's being treated unfairly because she doesn't have money and an attorney. Also, would I have known prior to the petition to relocate hearing, it was really a trial, as I found out during. I know for sure I would have been better prepared and could represent myself even harder, but as usual, I was not included in that very important detail. I thought I had a chance, but in my opinion, your mind was already made up no matter what I said. Again, rarely am I included or made to feel significant enough to ever have anything of mine even mentioned. Why? Because I am in jail? It's okay to take abuse nonstop from former husband because I have nothing? This is unfair and wrong. I still matter, and I am important, especially to my son. Remember, also, my circumstances are temporary and no one can tell the future. But apparently, the trial before the trial happened already after being told by you it would not end the status hearing, unless there will be yet another trial before the trial before the trial. If so, please include me prior so I know what to expect and plan on, and what I need to do properly to defend myself as best as I can against former husbands' ugliness, torture, and attorney. I'm already being told and profusely laughed at repeatedly by him. They're never coming back. It's all going to be made permanent, and I can't do anything ever about any of it. You see, Judge Dean, Henrietta, how even more terrible will I be made out by one... Did she just call the judge by her first name? Okay, rewind. You see, Judge Dean / Henrietta, how even more terrible will I be made out by wanting to have my son close to me and is lawful after he's established friends, school, activities, favorite places to eat. Then all of this is brought to you again to conclude and then be made to move again, closer as included in the temporary relocation paperwork. Or will it automatically be awarded to them like everything else, and all their wishes come true permanently because I will have nothing and no one to help me figure any of it out when the time comes? Sidebar, Sarah doesn't seem to be too interested in the well-being of her son. She just said that even if her son makes friends, favorite places to eat, school activities, she would still petition for him to relocate just out of spite so that he can move back close to her. Never mind the fact that he was being teased, that he had to live under her suitcase moniker. Never mind any of that. Please tell me now so I know what to plan on, considering everyone seems to have a crystal ball but me. It's only fair, and I should be included. From everything I have experienced so far with judges, courts, laws, etc., it seems true already everything will not be in my favor from the truly unjust way I have been treated and am still is in this case. Is this how the justice system really works? Maybe it's just me with nothing that it does. It only makes everything harder and more disappointing. If you're a no one with nothing like me, all you get is a hard time, innumerable hoops to figure out how to jump through, and laughed at all for nothing. Judge Dean, you stated in the relocation hearing also it's a, quote, fresh start for son and former husband to move and well beyond the 50-mile radius away from me. Why would you allow them to start before knowing anything of my outcome? Why? I guess I'll never get my fresh start from everything being made so impossible and arduous before anything has even happened. How much does it cost, please, to look into someone's crystal ball? Anyone's. Oh wait, I have no money or attorney. Please include me. Think positive. Former husband should not have made, here we go, should not have made the decision to disregard the order to pay and made up his own rules along the way. This is contempt. It was never acceptable for former husband to treat me in the very unacceptable way he has and is. Should I not be incarcerated, which makes no difference and is temporary, or is stated any otherwise and agreed to in the dissolution of marriage agreement, former husband would have his license suspended, wages garnished, or be arrested and put in jail, where he'd get the idea real quick how it really works, quote unquote, and understand everything I've been trying to explain to everyone for years now. With that being said, and this has a star next to it, so it's very important to Sarah, my main and most important reason for this letter is to please request a copy of my marriage dissolution agreement to properly prepare for this hearing. I refuse to be blindsided as I was for the last petition to relocate. I've asked former husband many times, as well as you, Judge Dean, verbally and in writing, with no success. This document is a must, underlined, for the hearing and only fair. Please send at your earliest opportunity or refer me to where I can obtain. I've been asking for this for over 3 years. I want the same advantage in having this document and what the entire hearing is all about. Thank you for the opportunity. Sarah Boone. Sarah's been gunning for Brian to be held in contempt for a while now. So you guys hold on, watch this video. I'll be right back. I'm going to go and find the marriage dissolution, or there's another letter where Sarah is demanding that Brian is held in contempt. Be right back.
That's when you take the baseball bat that's in evidence, and your testimony is start poking him with the end of it.
Did you say this was the second video?
Between the two videos, that's when you started hitting with the bat because he was getting angry and trying to escape, correct?
Right, I was not hitting him, yes.
Okay. Did you ever hit him with the bat while he was outside of the suitcase?
No.
So each time that he is hit with the bat, it's through this suitcase. And that's what leaves the marks on him, because you didn't hit him with the bat outside of the suitcase, correct?
Yes, if you'd like me to demonstrate.
No, that's okay. The suitcase will speak for itself. And then you take the second video and you go upstairs and go to bed, correct?
I apparently went upstairs and I used the phone to make a phone call.
Okay.
And then I fell asleep.
All right. And at the point in time when you left and went upstairs, he was still inside the suitcase, correct?
Correct.
Was he still asking for you and calling your name?
Not that I can recall.
Did you say shh to him again?
I don't remember.
Did you tell him that this was his problem and it's on you again?
I don't remember.
Did you do anything to help him escape from the predicament that you zipped him up in?
No.
No other questions?
Any redirect examination?
Ms. Boone, he just asked you the question that you poked him and you didn't poke it. You poked, every time you poked him hard with the bat, he was inside the briefcase.
The suitcase, yes.
The suitcase. But you remember when he put his hand out, did you not hit him in the hand outside the suitcase?
Yes.
Okay. So that was the only time the bat touched Mr. Torres' body outside the suitcase.
Yes.
Was when you hit him with a hand. But all the other injuries were with you poking him pretty hard. I mean, you bruised your hand, correct? Doing that. Thank you.
If you made it this far, you know I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye. Respondent, me, request the court to compel petitioner, former husband, to 1. Provide reasons for his underemployment for over 3 years to present with having the ability to work, and explain to the court how it is not deliberate. 2. Explain to the court his livelihood income while, quote, unemployed and supporting the minor child for over 3 years, ongoing, futuristically. 3. Present any evidence of permission given by the court to reduce and terminate his obligations of alimony payments to the respondent, me. So she's saying that he has to have some sort of paperwork or documents from the court relieving him of his obligations. Oh, Sarah. 4. Specify the single reason for modification and why it was not determined and continued throughout the process of this matter to lawfully allow respondent, me, to correctly identify and respond to her rightful defense. In addition, respondent, me, respectfully request sanction petitioner, former husband, and his counsel for their willful violations of the court's orders of alimony payments to the respondent, me, with active agreements and undermining its authority of consequences for their ongoing noncompliance. Now, I don't know about Kim and Eli, but inmate Boone isn't a nice person. Is it the toilet wine or the isolation that is making her? No, I take it back. She's always been a nasty person, right? Well, in my opinion, to do what she did to George, to do what she did to his family, to do what she's doing to her former husband and son, it's just nasty. And there are people, her fans around the world, stars on the map. Don't forget to put where you're watching from so that I can add stars to our map all around the world. Those people are supporting her. They're telling her that she's right. We saw on the messages where they kind of created a bubble where she thought that she was just going to beat this thing and walk free, to the point where she rejected a sweetheart deal. And where are the Delphines? I thought the Delphines were helping her with her family court case. They were supposed to get her an attorney. Does anyone know? Let me know below. Futuristically, Sarah goes on to say, enforce original alimony obligation regardless of respondents, me, current circumstances, and order petitioner, former husband, to pay $62,000 in parentheses as well, in case the judge was confused. She made sure she wrote it out and put it in parentheses, as estimated and calculated minus appropriate cost deemed just and ordered by the court. 62 months times 1,000 ordered payments per month. Hold petitioner accountable for interest accrued and arrears as a matter of equity, law, and appropriate authority, calculated as follows per Florida law. Now, if you made it this far, thanks for having a Dr. Pepper with me. Which one are you choosing? I went with cream soda. I'm waiting to open it when we get the final word from Judge Jackson. Leave me a trophy in the comment section just so I can know you made it this far. Shout out to all of my subscribers, my new straight A students, the mods, everybody. I love you guys, and we are still docket watching. Say hey, welcome back.
Hey, what the back? Not the dog.
I do not feel that it is right for me to have a 30-minute phone call with my son when I'm trying to do everything that I can to be in his life in every way, shape, and form that I possibly can, from having people in Australia purchase him a record. Anything that I can possibly do to go out of my way to do, I've been doing for him. So he remembers and knows that I am in his life and I am his mother, And I am doing everything I possibly can to stay that way, regardless of the petitioner and his counsel's attempts to deter me from being part of that. I try to communicate with the petitioner in regards to my son. I've been continuously excluded. There is no communication. I don't know what else it is that I can possibly do that I haven't tried to already. And a lot of these too, I would like to remind everyone, these could have been solidified would they have had the meeting of attorneys and unrepresented parties meeting. A lot of this could have been had and resolved and narrowed if we were to have that meeting in regards to all of this. Nonetheless, if the petitioner would have answered a phone call or a tablet message, it's not fair to me that just because I'm here, it doesn't justify how I've been treated and excluded with this. I would like to continue to have the regular phone calls and interaction with my son, which I have been doing, and all of a sudden now is being tried to be taken away from me out of the fight, as opposed to my son and his growth and him moving properly and appropriately and lovingly forward with his mother. And I would very much like, please, after 9 months of asking for my son to please come see me, which is only 50 minutes away, which I think will change both of our lives with finally being able to see